the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Earlier this year, Dr. Smart Sarpong did research by say, nanka in terms of majority, no, omunyaya NDC represented a better presidential candidate, and come back consider Mopa, but former President John Dramani Mahama is the problem. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a better candidate than former President John Dramani Mahama. One, because a particular political party atnasiache into omudin say yes same one ebeboa, but omnim say former President John Dramani Mahama modern eba no ene sachre papa bia na eba. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a better candidate. Okasa asem no NDC for be na edina tem ene yensa can the full research report of Outcomes International, or my title, predicting the outcome of the 2024 general elections in all the 16 regions of Ghana. Now, Kofobe Brina say percentages in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 49.4%, former President Dramani Mahama 45.1%. But and no any your focus for this particular report. You go into the details of the entire a large majority of Ghanaians, whether omuye Akans and omuye Non Akans, whether omuye Christians and omuye Christians, which region and omofri region men contribute to some percentages or air caution. Now say the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia currently as of September, nearly less than 70 days to the election, all leading in this particular polls. Now, Kofobi campaigner based on issues. One, I must say the 2024 general elections are unique in several respects. One, flag bearers from the two dominant political parties from the northern part of Ghana are well established. That was predicted before Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be a flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Second, they say the NPP is determined to break the usual 8 years cyclical rule with a Muslim sitting vice president. The NDC is presenting a former president who lost in both 2016 and 2020 general elections. NPP presidential candidate no presenting or a Sonko or a one or a sitting vice president, two or sounds a Muslim into two combinations are a very, very unique. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo obey a president, no vice president. Former President John Ejekun Kufuor, no vice president. And this is the first time the New Patriotic Party represented presidential candidate or a vice president. And no a fact and Kofobe and focusing on, but this is the first time the New Patriotic Party represented a presidential candidate or a certain vice president. With the vice president apart from the fact to say then or a Muslim. Government be focusing on the concept of a Muslim, but say almost focusing on Obiawenya experience in the presidency, in the capacity of the vice president. With NDC, candidate presented Nipebia Watson as president, but one unique thing is that we lose 2 consecutive elections. 2016 and 2020. Former President John Ejekun Kufuor lose 1996 election, but we need 2000 elections. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo lose 2008 elections, or lose 2012 elections, and we need 2016 elections. Former President John Dramani Mahama we need 2012 elections, and lose 2016, and lose 2020 elections. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, this is the first election I'll contest as the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. It's another unique feature. A kind of one. I would say the main purpose of survey will be identify likely winner of December 2024 election. That's the main purpose. 2, among other things, key determinants of how the person into this particular report or voting decisions are also examined. The entire omochusu that individual omochusu. Is that 1? My political party in tier. 2, nehoya mefe. 3, me buofu a particular political party. 4, the ideas and our issues in the manifesto. 5, the age. 6, the ethnicity. These are all questions Omubusa ye be into report we the major determinant. Say na obi a campaigner, obi who the issues are also raising in campaigning for one political party and one presidential candidate or the other. Methodology of use quantitative research, you can be brain to that. But polls no HS 17 million for and I to about December 2024. 17 million, almost half the population. That should tell you say a very, very strong representative of Ghanaian total population. Now, in our efforts to achieve a target sample size and increase precision, we enlarge our actual sample size to 65,000 registered voters, successfully interviewing 65,397 conform interview registered voters are yielding a response rate of 99.84%. See, out of 65,397, 99.84% NAEs in Crawford Omano. Field work started from 15th August and ended September 15th, 2024. Into a latest fresh report and who diagnosis any the demographic. I can for interview here in this particular demographic. Interview only 44.2%. Total population of 65,000 and Ashanti total account that is Ashanti, Eastern, Western 44.2% and a call into this 65,000 registered voters. And to say Nanka I can't crop dominate here Nanka a bit my disaster for the National Democratic Congress because largely it is believed and as widely known as common knowledge say I can't base the new Patriotic Party to a large extent, which is changing strong dynamic because of the introduction of the venerable Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Non Akans for them take 55.8%. That is the peripherals of the Republic of Ghana. Northern, Volta, Greater Accra, other regions are Non Akans. I'm taking 55. I'm taking the majority of this particular poll. Age range, 18 to 24 years, 12.9%. 25 to 30 years, the largest demographic, 25 to 30, 17.3%. That is why the NDC this one first year undergrad fees neighbor because say one completely free SHS no university. They are in the large majority of as part of the 17 million voters come December 2024. Another demographic, 31 to 35. That is the large demographic of jobs. That is 16.8%. 36 to 40 professionals or more experience or more 16.6%. 41 to 45 matured men, matured women, 11.9%. 46 to 50, 9.7%. 51 to 55, 6.3. 56 to 60, 3.9, and above 60, 4.6% of respondents. The largest percentage that of the 25 to 30 Gen Zs. Dennis Miracles Abaji Obomujimpa, their key demographic here. 12.9% 18 to 24 first-time voters in the large majority, and at 25 to 30, 17.3%. A large chunk, almost 32%, between 31 to 40. Into Omutie, the manifestos of these two presidential candidates, a very key determinant in this coming elections. Demographic biome, female and man dominating with 43.6%. Of course, male with 56.4% in terms of respondents. Highest education, uneducated, 17%. Primary education, one up to basic level, 18%. Large demographic, secondary, vocational, technical, 34%. That's the free SHS policy for no. Or 34% of this respondent. Post-secondary, 13%. University degree holders, 15%. Masters, 1%. Other, 2%. Christians, 67% of the population. And this is our response we by Islamic religion, 24%, traditional religion, 5%, non-religious, 4%, other, 0. In the main sect in terms of religious affiliation, Christianity 67, Islam 24, traditional 5, and non-religious 4%. Now, you call regional demographic participation in 2016 general elections, region by region. Okay, I'm focusing on regions for the New Patriotic Party and regions for the National Democratic Congress. We'll share the highest for the National Democratic Congress, and when you will be a catcher, it is obviously a voter region. A poorly respondents in 53.1% a cast on the National Democratic Congress, and a 15.6% a call the New Patriotic Party. Obiawa almost decided on abstaining at 27.1% for the voter region, the highest for the New Patriotic Party. Of course, the Ashanti region, 54.3% in the Ashanti region, 30% in for the NDC in the Ashanti region, and at 22% for one man taking part in the Ashanti region. So, in terms of respondents, 2020, one or two about Mawamono, Sad demographic and any representative. Of course, voter Epoli the highest for the NDC, the highest was pulled for the New Patriotic Party, Ashanti region. Wait, any news? The second for the New Patriotic Party, Ahafo region, pulling 49.2%, and at the third, Northeast region, surprisingly, Northeast, Epoli 48.9% for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in this particular poll. Northeast region, that's the region of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Central region, surprisingly, Epoli 43.1% for the New Patriotic Party. It is outstanding, surprising, because the running mate of the National Democratic Congress, Ifri, the Central region. So it is very surprising, say, Omotibupoli 43.1% for the New Patriotic Party. NDC Ponya 30.4% in the Central region. Key among them, the Armenia Fishing Harbour. Adia Almatria Ntimi Ambem, the New Patriotic Party under His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, Etimia I implemented this project. This goes a long way. I influencing the vote of the Central region. Bono region, so 45.4% for the New Patriotic Party and 24.6% for the National Democratic Congress. Another region I call for the National Democratic Congress, Upper East and Oti region and Savannah and Upper West. So Volta, Upper West, Upper East, Savannah and Oti. Oho and National Democratic Congress a lady. But a point well to note, they say Oti region, respondents on mine, NDC4 lady with 41.2% and an MPP4 closely following them with 30.6%. Gap no any so huge. Savannah also another competitive area. Usha MPP is following with 36.9% and an NDC 42.2% in the Savannah region. It is a MPP 4% close gaps. These are the areas to look at. Upper West, Upper East, Savannah, Oti, Volta, the gap is huge. So, say baby, a person to close the gap, or more a lot of population to close the gap. Upper East, Savannah, Oti, and Upper West. Now, the most competitive out of it all, that of Savannah, because Savannah 36.9% for the New Patriotic Party, 42.2% for the National Democratic Congress. But maybe a lot of gaps. New Patriotic Party, Bono region, Wama NDC, a huge gap. Ahafo, Wama NDC, a huge gap. Ashanti region there, Yanka Hwasem, Bono East, close gap, 39.1% for the New Patriotic Party, 33.7% for the National Democratic Congress, Bono East. And Central region, 43.1%, 30.4%, almost 13% gap in the Central region. And you're not surprised, say chairman Asedu Ketia call Central Radio ka say omu tu omu nsuno mo eden to mango ashe omu intestines because of the massive rejection. Omu rejected the National Democratic Congress in the Central region. Western region so I call for the New Patriotic Party with 41.3% and 28.6%. Now Western North very close. National Democratic Congress 35.9%, New Patriotic Party 33.9%. Very close. Almost 1 point something difference our Western North. A key regional as a posters na how Western North. What is interesting is a call into Greater Accra. Surprisingly, the New Patriotic Party is leading in the Greater Accra. A huge surprise to me because you know said most of the demonstrations happen in the Greater Accra. Until demonstrations and can for codes na aka almost shed. Almost the New Patriotic Party in the Greater Accra region with 38.2% for the New Patriotic Party and 32.1% for the National Democratic Congress. Moving away from percentages, participation by region. One region, almost all the regions obia participating above 80%. One more responding, obia kwa omodi omo share abatu ekoto aba regional omo decided so omo mass defection in the 2020 election was the OT region with the highest of 22.1%. Omodi before rejected the National Democratic Congress flag bearer former President John Dramani Mahama and Tuabamano highest percentage 22.1%. He need former President John Dramani Mahama the OT region mass persons and Kotuaba in the 2020 elections. Now, their core policies are influencing the votes in this coming election. First among them, education. No surprise whatsoever. Free SHS, free TVET. Taking 37.1% of the respondent. In 70 free SHS, free TVET. Free SHS, free TV. No wonder, say former President John Dramani Mahama at the attempt to buy say omo the buy. Now so a buy and hudu and a tunsu and it didn't fly beyond the week because the right thinking Ghanaian mind know how to decipher the truth from total fabricated lies. Into 37.1% for education, free SHS, free TV. Second issue, in share at the 22.9%, huge among them. Corruption. Ketashe project say we sika we are a huge deciding factor heading into this particular elections. Corruption perception for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia very low. Corruption perception for the total New Patriotic Party is on the high side. Corruption perception for the National Democratic Congress is on the high side. Corruption perception for former President John Dramani Mahama is on the high side. Now, economy, 17.82%, a huge deciding factor in this coming elections. The next, on unemployment, jobs, and bad road network, and also a decider in this particular elections. Healthcare improvement, taking 3.95%. Basic public infrastructure, 0.31%. High cost of health, 0.04%. And other issues, 6.30%. It's the main deciding factor in this particular elections, education. Ghana is talking about education. Ghana is talking about free SHS. Ghana is talking about free TVET. Simplest in this particular research by the US polling company Outcomes International. Now, you call affiliations. Out of 65%, 30.8%, like I said, they don't belong to any political party. That's a huge surprise. 30.8%, like I said, can't any political party. Now, 38.26% respondents can the New Patriotic Party. 28.28%, like I said, the National Democratic Congress. Huge percentage, of course, goes to the New Patriotic Party respondents, and also Betima play a role in the kind of feedback from the respondents. Now, call one final performance of government in the area of healthcare, education, road, and infrastructure. Managing healthcare, good. This current government 36.0% good, and neutral 22.1%, excellent 17%, bad was 17%, worse was 8%. Into one perception on managing healthcare. Managing education system, 38% a very good, 20% a very excellent perception of how I'm managing Ghana's education system in this particular government. And providing road infrastructure, 38%. I can say this are buying on my Jumapa when it comes to road infrastructure. 12% I can say excellent, 21% a neutral, 20% can say bad, 9% I can say it could have been better. It's very worse. The situation under unemployment, the situation of unemployment under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, no change under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. 23% can say there has not been any form of change. Improving 37%, worsening 40%. More because of the increasing population. It does not meet the supply of jobs. Into 40% sincere. A Juma still now they need jobs under His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now you better round it up with what is the most important factor when considering which presidential candidate to vote for near the polling analysis of Outcomes International. I don't know 4.1%. I am a party faithful, so I'll vote for my party 24.46%. I will decide based on the campaign message 40.29%. Its campaign message is the huge deciding factor in this particular elections. Into one major campaign message, they should know say it is going to affect them hugely in this coming December 7th elections. Now another one is say I'll vote for the candidate I trust more. 18%. It's trust in the candidate 18%. Campaign message 40.29%. And then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasa or saying you who former President John Dramani Mahama in Sanwe Jumada or no Nyehune Jumada. Even as Vice President, he has done well, so he ought to be promoted to the presidency. The message is clear, responding to issues of trust, responding to issues of campaign message. Now, I'll vote to give the person a chance. So, man, a chance. 5.56%. I'll vote for the candidate who has more energy. 3.56%. As for ethnic affiliations and those things, we intend not to go there. Any the analysis. Hopefully, you're born to full report of Outcomes International for report. You better share this video way. I inform each and every constituency approaches of use in campaigning, the kind of messaging to use in every constituency for this particular elections. Now I decided, I inform voters, especially any political party, what are the issues to look for in voting for the presidential candidate come December 2024. Any see. And I must be please like and share Nsem-Pii TV, Nsem-Pii.